Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade, Blinds and More, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Fiscus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Good evening and welcome to Centennial Digital on the Central Iowa Sports Network, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollack with you here tonight as number 4 Valley Tigers are in town to take on the number 7 Centennial Jaguars. And we have got a fun matchup here tonight on both ends of our doubleheader. It's a 4 versus 5 matchup on the boys' side, which will come your way after this girls' game today. And always, our pregame show is brought to you by Signorama Ankeny. Signorama Ankeny is your full-service sign and graphics company. We design, produce, and install all types of exterior and interior signs, graphics for vehicles, including vehicle wraps, walls, windows, and doors. We also do banners, yard signs, business cards, real estate signs, trade show and exhibit displays, flags, and more. Call us at 515-216-1240 or visit www.signorama-ankeny.com. And as we mentioned, it's the Valley Tigers here in town tonight. They are ranked 4th in the latest Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union rankings, and that's important right now as we get to the last couple weeks of the season here, because that is how they will determine the postseason seedings. Valley did lose on Friday night, and so they are 9-4 right now, so things likely to change as they have every single week. Valley 9-4, Centennial coming in at 11-4. In this one, these two teams met back on December 9th, just over a month ago, and in that one, Valley was victorious 44-40. Bryn Kitcher, the leading scorer for Valley. She averages just under 12 points a game. And for Centennial, Kennedy White averages 11 points a game, the post player in the middle for Centennial. So look forward to watching the game tonight. Would expect it to be pretty low scoring. A couple very, very good defensive teams. Valley on the offensive end scores 48 points a game. Centennial averages about 56 points a game. So we look forward to seeing how things shake out from there. We'll take a quick break and be back with our starting lineups right after this. We want to be sure and thank the Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency, for presenting our girls and boys basketball coverage all season long. Matt Pazusta and Ryan Hoover were recently recognized with a Community Investment Award from the Ankeny Economic Development Corporation, and look forward to helping you buy or sell your next home. Back with the starting lineups right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade Blinds and More, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses.
Nick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Fiscus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club. Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We've got the pregame hype video playing right now as they get ready to go here tonight. It is the Valley Tigers and the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars ready to go here. The girl-boy doubleheader starting tonight here shortly. We'll have the starting lineups brought to you by 72 Degrees. 72 Degrees, the comfort company. And the next voice you'll hear will come from our public address announcer tonight, Rodney Tomlinson. As they continue with the pregame hype video now, they've got it pumped up extra loud tonight. Westwood Elementary in town, should be a fun atmosphere. It's a pink out tonight in the jungle here at Ankeny Centennial. And we will get started here in just a second. Shaking our camera tonight in the pregame hype video. It's got everybody in here ready to roll. And now we turn things over to Rodney Tomlinson.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Ankeny Centennial High School. This is the jungle. Tonight's game is Centennial Annual Coaches versus Cancer Night, where we wear pink and come together in unity to raise money and awareness in our daily fight against cancer. Stop out in the lobby for the many ways you can contribute tonight. We'd also like to have a big welcome all of the students, staff, and families from Westwood Elementary. Our visitors this evening bring with them their school colors of black and orange. They are the Valley Tigers. And proudly playing for the silver and black, your Centennial Jaguars. Our officials this evening are Jason Allens, Chris Lynch, and Jared Kramer.
We'll be back with the opening tip-off right after this.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
And there it was, our starting lineups here tonight, our national anthem. And it is a pink out game tonight here at Ankeny Centennial in honor of the Coaches versus Cancer matchup. Game also being broadcast on Mediacom. That'll be on tape delay. I believe tomorrow they will have that one. Ankeny Centennial tonight sporting their pink uniforms that come out once a year for the Coaches versus Cancer matchup. Valley will be in their black trimmed in orange. You heard in the pregame introductions a lot of these Centennial players playing tonight in honor of Harper Stribe. Harper, I know, is watching tonight with her family, going through treatments right now. The fifth grader, huge basketball player, huge into that. I know she's always watching when we've got our streams. So, Harper, look forward to seeing you back out on the court again soon tonight. Out there for the Tigers, starting things off, Elin Litt, Elise Yeager, Bryn Ketcher, Anna Spain, and Madison Brown. Out there for Centennial, Kennedy White, along with Jaden Pratt, who's in the tip-off, and the tip is controlled by Valley. This is Litt with the basketball. First quarter here, we are underway, brought to you by All-Star Concrete. Specialize in all your commercial and street paving needs. All-Star Concrete, welcome to our Centennial Digital Productions. Up, down low, a lot of contact down there, battling through to Yeager, and away with it is McKenna Clark for Centennial. Clark up top to Pratt. Down low they go. Kennedy White catches it far down on the block, cutting through. Crawford finds herself open under the basket, kisses it off the glass and in. Centennial with a quick two on their first offensive possession. Maya Crawford knocks it down, and Valley back the other way. For Valley, this is Spain with the basketball right now. Ketcher, their leading scorer, has it up top. Valley on the weave. This is Litt. Three-point shot on the way. Yeager no good. And Crawford up high to grab the rebound. 6:45 to go here in the first quarter. McKenna Clark. Crawford. Back up top to Crawford. And there's going to be a foul whistle. Looks like Spain grabbed Crawford as she came through. Actually, no, not going to be whistled. It is on Yeager, her first foul. Porter triggers it. Up top they go. Clark, the three-point shot on the way, misses the mark off to the left. And once again, Maya Crawford, who's been so good lately, goes up and gets her second rebound of the night. Kennedy White goes to the left hand, up off the glass, no good. And on the rebound, there's going to be a foul. I believe it's on White. It is her first, team's first, and with 6:20 to go in the first quarter, each team has a team foul. Centennial up here early. A little pressure from Porter. Into the lane, kicking it out to Spain. Spain back out to Litt. Litt all the way in. Good help defense there by Crawford. Around to Spain once again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stolen away by Avery Porter, controlling it. Try to keep that shot clock in view for you tonight here on top of the screen. We'll eventually have a clock here tonight as well on the scoreboard. That'll be coming eventually. Jaden Pratt into the lane, kicks it out. Crawford. Clark, now Pratt. Down low they go to White. White might have traveled with it. They kick it out to Porter for three. No good in there. Kennedy White, great position, and she gets it blocked, and then Crawford saves it back to Centennial as she kicks it off of Yeager. 5:26 to go in the first half. Fresh set of 35 seconds for Centennial. Sporting their pink tonight. And they go to Pratt. Pratt up with a layup, no good. Gets her own rebound. Battles through contact. Porter can't hang on to it, and Spain comes away with it. All the way down. Actually, that's Brown. Brown up off the glass and good. Valley ties it up in transition. Clark gets a little token pressure from Valley. Crawford almost loses it. Clark again, kicks it out. Crawford thought about the three. Swings it around once again to Porter. Porter goes all the way in, and she's tripped. And that's a tough position down low for Valley as Bryn Ketcher was guarding her and tripped, and then Porter tripped on her as she shot the ball up. And this will send Avery Porter to the free throw line for her first opportunity there tonight. She gets that. Substitution, a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and crew there at Heart of Ankeny. And that free throw is missed. J.C. Loki into the game for Valley. Litt with the basketball. Swung around, tipped away. It's going to be off Centennial. Valley will have a chance down in their corner now to run a set play off the inbounds. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Crowd starting to fill in here tonight for a big night of doubleheader basketball action. A couple top 7 matchups going on. Litt with a basketball. 3-point shot on the way from Yeager. Hits it. So Elise Yeager. Crawford now with a basketball for Centennial off the screen from White. A little pick and roll action, nothing there. Back to Porter. Porter out to Clark on the drive, kicks it back out. Porter for three, no good. Looked good from here. Right in line, but Porter tracks down a road rebound. Crawford drives in and is fouled. And she'll have a chance to shoot a couple free throws once again. Foul going to be whistled there on Madison Brown. Third foul already on Valley here, just halfway through the first quarter. Crawford can't quite get that one to fall. Spain back in the game for Valley. Crawford, that's a dribble around and knocks in, and we've got a 5-4 ball game. Valley on top here early on. Expecting a very close game in this one. Ooh, Litt double dribbled with it, nothing called. Swings it around, Spain's got it now. Litt again, drives into the lane, dribbles it off her foot, out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover back to Centennial. Already a big crowd and more people filling in. It's Westwood Elementary night here on the north side. Clark with a basketball. A lot of pink sprinkled throughout on this Coaches versus Cancer night. McKenna Clark up top. Pratt. Pratt off the screen. Down low they go. Kennedy White to the left hand. Lays it up and in and gives the Centennial Jaguars the lead back at 6-5. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Nice backdoor cut and nearly stolen away. Good ball movement there by the Tigers. 3-point shot on the way. No good. It's strong. Tipped out of there, and Litt comes out of there with it. Great ball movement there, though, by the Tigers. Catcher just couldn't quite get it to fall. Spain lets loose a 3-point shot. No good. An air ball. And right there for the rebound is Elise Yeager. And she is fouled by Pratt. Air ball kind of threw everybody off. Elise Yeager steps up to the free throw line. 6'1" junior. Madison Brown back in. A pretty liberal substitution pattern here early on by Coach Matt Utoff for Valley. He's got Bert Hansen on his bench. Bert Hansen, longtime coach at Indianola. And that shot goes in, ties us up. 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Clark nearly went over and back with it. Crawford. Down low they go. Porter, not necessarily where they want to post things up. Porter gets it blocked, and that's why. But Crawford there for the rebound. Her third here early on. Centennial going to run a set play. Clark. The clear out for Clark. She goes up, can't get it to fall. And rebound taken out of there. Bodies all over the place. White gets it. And McKenna Clark goes up with a shot. Gets it to fall. And she'll have a chance for the 3-point play. Valley was looking to run, and Centennial held back and pressured them. Foul on Spain, her first. Tilly Smith into the game with our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. As Clark rims out, Jaden Pratt nearly gets the rebound, and then it's almost thrown away. Litt comes away with it, though, as we approach the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Defensive battle like we expected here early on. This is the basketball. Loki down the corner to Spain. Centennial likes to use that sideline as their extra defender, and Spain slipped by everybody. And then a foul on the rebound, whistled on Yeager. She will have a seat. Bryn Ketcher comes into the game, their leading scorer, back in the game. Finley Blackmore into the game for the Jaguars with 1:40 to go. Crawford all the way in, left hand up off the glass and good. 1.5 to go in the first quarter. Centennial's open up the biggest lead of the night so far, and then stumbling as she goes in, the ball goes out of bounds as that was Ketcher. Lost her balance as she went in. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Valley. In they go to Ketcher. Spain into the lane. Nice move in with a shot. No good. Rebound tipped out of there. It's going to stick with Valley. Did not catch any rim, so 11 seconds on the shot clock. Loki to trigger. Tosses in, tipped out of there, and Jaden Pratt comes away with it. Pratt all the way down, up with a left-handed layup, and good. Centennial has now doubled up Valley with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Good defense there. Great hustle by Jaden Pratt. Valley swinging it around. Spain hands it off. Loki, 3-point shot on the way. Good. Now 42 seconds to go. About an 11-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pratt has it taken away. And there is now about a 0.4 of a second. Not going to matter anymore. Valley in transition. Goes down, and just like that, a quick 5-0 run at the end of the first quarter here for Valley. Has it back to a 1-point game after Centennial had stretched things out to 6. Crawford with the basketball. Here's Avery Porter. 5 seconds to go. Porter drives in, goes up, and can't get off the glass. Crawford gets the rebound, throws it up at the horn, no good. And we go to the second quarter right now. Centennial leading 12-11 on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market.
Welcome back to the West 40 Market second quarter. West 40 Market is your one-stop shop for individual cuts of Iowa-raised beef, pork, chicken, bison, turkey, and lamb. From ground meats, steaks, and beef snack sticks to brisket and roast, you'll love the variety of cuts they offer. Located at 315 Southwest Maple in Uptown Ankeny, they also carry a variety of local honey, rubs, jams, and sauces. Shop in-store or online for a convenient pickup, delivery, or shipping nationwide. Follow them on Facebook or Instagram at West 40 Market. We get ready to start the second quarter. Centennial leading Valley 12-10. Down low they go, up with a shot, and Crawford gets it to fall. She's been great so far here early tonight. Extends Centennial's lead back to 3. Spain drives into the lane. She does a nice job getting to the basket. Anna Spain, as the team trades buckets here early on. Tilly Smith in the game now, starting off the second quarter for Centennial. She swings it around to Crawford. Crawford kicks out. Finley Blackmore in the game now as well. Crawford up off the glass, no good. Madison Brown comes away, kicks it ahead to Spain, and Blackmore is back there to knock it away and stop the surge from Valley. 7:01 to go here in the first half. Welcome everybody watching here tonight. We want to be sure and thank U.S. Cellular tonight. U.S. Cellular has been outstanding. Their internet connections, they are the official wireless service provider of Centennial Digital, allowing us to do all the stuff that we do here on Centennial Digital. In fact, you're watching this game on their iPhone cameras here tonight. Outstanding clear picture. Up with a shot and good. Down there is Spain. Anna Spain is cooking. Centennial back the other way. This is Clark. Tilly Smith now with the basketball. Up top, Porter. Clark again, down low they go to White. A little further away from the basket than she normally would be. She goes up with the left hand. Good defense down low for Valley. All the way down, back the other way of the Tigers. Madison Brown kicks it out, lit, no good. Rebound tipped out of there, and Kennedy White then it hangs on the back of Bryn Ketcher. And White going to get whistled for her second foul. Pratt quickly back into the game for Centennial. Up top they go. Pratt went for the steal, nearly created issues for the Jaguars as Ketcher hauled it in, and then she traveled with the basketball. Valley has taken the lead here in this one with 6:09 to go in the first half. McKenna Clark up against some token pressure from Litt. Blackmore. Ava Martin in the game now, the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Blackmore drives all the way in, has it blocked. Martin comes away with the rebound, and it is out of bounds. It will stay with Centennial with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Porter to trigger. Centennial all around the lane. Porter takes a while to kick it in. Pratt up high to get it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Clark now with the basketball. Pratt and Martin. Martin all the way in, the floater in the lane, strong off the glass, gets her own rebound, kicks it out, and Pratt comes up with a rebound, kicks it out. Clark on the way for three, good! McKenna Clark with our Ankeny Real Estate Group three-point shot. Good time to tell you about the Ankeny Real Estate Group. Visit their website at www.liveankeny.com to find out 3 ways to sell your home with them. And then back the other way, Ava Martin. And that gets Spain whistled for her second foul. You see Porter taken out in front of a lot of the Westwood Elementary folks. Pratt catches it down low, turnaround jump shot is good, and the Centennial lead is back to 4. 5:10 to go first half. Litt hands it off to Brown. Loki back to Spain. Spain one-on-one on Martin, spins in. Everybody's collapsing. She can't get it to fall. Blackmore comes out of there with a rebound for Centennial. Clark back the other way. Jags working with a few subs right now. Pratt kicks it out. Three-point shot on the way. Porter, good! Avery Porter! And a timeout for Valley. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:39 to go in the first half. Centennial leading 22-15.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game is. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law, 515-964-8777, or online at AnkonyLaw.com. Centennial with a little spurt here to take the 7-point lead with 4:39 to go in the first half. Litt gives it up to Loki, thinking about three away short. It goes out of bounds, and the ball will get turned over back to Centennial. McKenna Clark kicks it ahead. Valley looking to trap. Crawford gives it back up to Clark. Down to the corner they go to Porter. She just hit a big three. Crawford into the lane. Weaves around everybody, throws up off the glass, gets bailed out with a foul call on Litt. And Maya Crawford will head to the free throw line. First one gives Centennial their biggest lead of the night so far, with 4:04 to go in the second quarter. And she gets them both. Valley in the dotted pink here tonight as they work their way back on offense. Loki throws up the floater in the lane, no good. Might have been blocked a little bit. And they clear it to Martin, back to Clark. Ahead they go, Porter. Swung, taken away. Valley looking to run. Loki down there. Good hustle by Clark to stop the rally. Down low they go. Tipped away. Crawford stops it all. A little secondary break. Good hustle back by Maya Crawford to keep things in the half-court set for the Tigers. Coach DeYoung applauds his sophomore's effort. And it's back up top to the Tigers. Down low they go, and Crawford there to take it away. She was expecting it as they tried to throw it down low to the 6'1 Jaeger. Clark gets it ahead. Porter open for three. No good. In fact, missed by a lot. Just a little hitch took her out of rhythm. And now Valley pushing it back the other way. 3:08 to go in the first half. Down low they go. Jaeger up with a shot and gets it to fall. Battles through some contact. And it's 24-17. Into the lane. Porter. Now Clark. Thought about using a screen from Pratt, throws it to her instead. Pratt back up top to Martin. Martin then uses the screen. Jaguars on the weave. Porter goes up with the left hand and a sweet kiss off the glass. And a timeout for the Jaguars right now. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here as they come in. Jaguars have opened up a 9-point lead right now with 2:35 to go in the first half. Don't forget, again, after the game tonight, we will talk about our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game. Also at halftime, stick around for our Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show. We'll give you a glimpse around the CIML tonight, let you know what else is going on there. As we are going to go back out in action, 2:35 to go here in the first half. Spain. Valley now on the attack. Newly into the game for Valley is Sierra Emerson Clare, 5'11 senior forward. Good defense there, taking away Ava Martin. Great defense with the hands. Tries to push it ahead, but it's 2-on-5, so she decides to pull it back. Clark now with the basketball. Inside they go. Pratt swings it out. 3-point shot on the way. Clark, no good. Clearing it for Valley. Coming the other way is Bryn Ketcher. Can't hit the shot. Clark now with 1:42 to go in the first half. Swings it over to Porter. Porter all the way in, kicks it out. Crawford going to let loose a three. No good. Rebound battled for, ripped out of there. A lot of contact, and Ava Martin eventually runs in to Bryn Ketcher. Valley now with the basketball. This is Lit. Into the lane, up with a shot, no good. Centennial defense has been outstanding in this second quarter. McKenna Clark going to try to play a 2-for-1 right now with the Tigers. 2 possessions if they can. Martin with the basketball. Gets it to Clark. Down low they go. Crawford into the lane. Goes up with a shot. Can't get it off the glass. And Centennial's back on defense. Emerson Clare with the basketball. Over to Lit. 50 seconds to go. The clock you see on the screen's not official. Gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on, though. And Ava Martin reaches in late. Not going to matter, really. It's her second foul. But no free throws. Shot clock will restart to 35. Means Centennial may have one last crack at it here with a good defensive possession. Spain, who's been quiet in this second quarter, throws it into Lit. Spain again. 3-point shot on the way off, no good by Emerson Clare. And the Jags will hold for one as they look down at Hall of Fame coach Scott DeYoung. Clark with the basketball. 18 seconds to go. Crawford. Pratt Porter now with 10. Porter all the way in, and she's fouled. With 4.8 seconds to go, Porter will have a chance to shoot a couple free throws. Spain's third foul, and that's huge. And she is one of their leading scorers. Avery Porter steps up to the free throw line, and that one's strong. Back in the game is Ava Martin for our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. And the second one's good. Jags by double digits right now with 4.8 to go. Litt lets loose a 1/3 court shot. Rebound pulled out of there by Pratt, and it's the Jaguars leading 27-17 at the break. A good start for the number 7 ranked Jaguars over the number 4 ranked Valley Tigers. We'll be back with the Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show right after this.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade Blinds and More, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Fiscus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Welcome back to the Lincoln Savings Bank Halftime Show. For over 120 years, Lincoln Savings Bank has been loving the people we work with and the customers we serve. With locations all over Iowa, LSB offers commercial and retail banking, mortgage, insurance, and wealth management, along with an award-winning small business lending team. Proud to be part of the Ankeny community for over 10 years. Lincoln Savings Bank, a member FDIC. Here at the break, it is Centennial, ranked number 7 in the state in the latest Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union rankings. They lead number 4 Valley 27-17, trying to pull the upset here tonight. And a look around the CIML tonight, powered by U.S. Cellular. At U.S. Cellular, we care about our customers and communities. As always, tonight's stream is brought to you by U.S. Cellular's powerful 5G network, located just north of Northview Middle School and right across from the Ankeny Sonic. Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. And in some games tonight going on around the league on the south side of town tonight, it's number 1 in 4A. Dallas Center Grimes is at number 13, Ankeny. Ames is at Des Moines North tonight. Waukee is at Dowling Catholic. The score there, Dowling leads Waukee leads Dowling 28-27 halfway through the third quarter. Marshalltown's at Des Moines East. Urbandale's at number 1, Johnston. Number 8, Southeast Polk at number 9, Waukee Northwest. And that closes things up tonight around the CIML. Also, we want to let everybody know about Iowa's premier indoor youth sports facility. It is open right now this winter right here in Ankeny, the Field House at Prairie Trail Sports Complex. They'll be offering boys and girls basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, and hit tracks leagues for softball and baseball. Visit prairietrailsc.com for details on tournaments, leagues, and other events in the Ankeny community. I've been there a bunch. There's always something going on. Pickleball for adults all day long. During the day, make sure to go check them out. The Prairie Trail Sports Complex here in Ankeny. That'll do it for our halftime show, our Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show. We'll be back shortly with our second half action.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade Blinds and more, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Jarash Fitness,
Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Viscus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club. Welcome back to the Rainbow of the Heartland. Third quarter, parents and grandparents, check out the Rainbow of the Heartland in Grimes for the best in swing sets, basketball hoops, courts, and trampolines. They also offer commercial playgrounds and have been Iowa's playground superstore for 25 years. Call 1-800-RAINBOW or visit rainbowoftheheartland.com. Some great specials there from the Armstrong family as Maya Crawford gets an early steal to start off the second half, gets herself under control and knocks it down. And Maya Crawford has been causing issues on the defensive end tonight for Valley. Valley in the black trimmed in orange, their traditional colors. Centennial going non-traditional tonight for Coaches versus Cancer. They are wearing their bright pink. Down low they go, up with a shot, no good. It's strong. Good defense there by White as Elise Yeager couldn't get it to fall, and quickly Jaguars ahead. Thought about trying to create a 3-on-2. Now they go to Pratt, and she charges into Yeager. And that'll be an offensive foul on Jaden Pratt. Good defense there by Yeager to slide in. Litt walks the ball up against some token pressure from Porter. Porter, some contact there, and that three-point shot is good there by Elise Yeager. Gets it back to a single-digit lead for Centennial. Pratt out to Clark, back to Pratt, off the screen. Down low they go. White up off the glass, and she also gets whistled for an offensive foul as Brown sneaks in underneath her as she was coming into the lane. And Coach Young might have a gripe because Brown gave her no space once she caught the basketball. As she had gone up in the air, and I'm not even sure Brown knew that she got the charging foul right away. That's going to be the third foul on White. And still a discussion, and Coach DeYoung doesn't even want to hear any of it. He just cheers his girls on as the official trying to let him know what was going on. Litt. Now with the basketball, the Cyclones have tipped off up in Ames tonight against the Longhorns. Try to get some score updates from that one as well. Of course, if you can watch us, you can find out that score. Into the lane, they kick it out. Brown on the way for three, no good. And Crawford up high, gets the rebound. Another one for Maya Crawford. Finley Blackmore in the game with our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. She's in for White. Porter up top to Clark. And they try to throw it down low to Clark, and the only one looking for it was Elon Litt. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Inside they go to Pratt, out to Porter. Thought about the three. Student section wanted to shoot it. She goes up with a left-handed shot, and she's fouled by Bryn Ketcher. Ketcher's been quiet tonight. Ketcher, the leading scorer for Valley coming into this one. Porter calmly drains the first free throw. Back up to a double-digit lead for the Jaguars. And got the second one as well. Boy, the Jaguars have done a great job this season of getting to the free throw line, and when they hit them, boy, they are tough to beat. Litt pushes it ahead. Brown, and nearly stolen away by Crawford. She tries to save it in and gets it in. Blackmore, one-on-one, goes all the way down and has it stolen away, and actually looked like Spain stripped it off of Blackmore and out of bounds, but they are going to give the ball to the Jaguars. Into the game, J.C. Lucky into the game for Valley. Again, a nice crowd here tonight watching this top 7 matchup between the Tigers and the Jaguars. Couple Jungle Cats. Down low they go. Clark up with a left hand. No good, but right there, Pratt falling backwards, throws it towards the rim, can't get it to fall. And Valley pushing it the other way. Ketcher throws it down low, and there's going to be a travel. Whistled on Elise Yeager. I think she thought she was going to get a bunch of contact as she backed in, and she just didn't get it. .5:12 to go in the third quarter. And it's the Jaguars by 11. McKenna Clark with the basketball. Up top. Back to Crawford. She's been very good tonight. Porter. Clark, down low they go. Good ball movement by the Jaguars. Pratt travels with the basketball. No, they call the foul on Elise Yeager. Important game for postseason seeding tonight, as that will be coming out very soon. Lets you know our postseason plans as well. The key is to be in the top 8 so you can host all the way through to the state tournament. Porter throws it into Blackmore. That's Pratt. Clark, good defense, but she puts it up off the glass strong, no good. That left side's not been great really for either team tonight. Spain all the way down, and nearly has it taken away by Crawford. It's tipped away momentarily. Then Loki, no good. And Crawford tips it away. They try to tip it ahead. Heads up play by Porter. And Blackmore was already trying to lead the break. Couldn't quite get it to her. Down low they go, and a lot of contact, a lot of movement, nothing called. Litt lets loose of a three-point shot, no good, and Crawford up high once again to get the rebound. Halfway through the third quarter. Crawford travels with the basketball. Wanted to go up high, throw it over the top, and then at the last second decided she wanted to bounce pass it. And Valley's going to take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Again, this is our our Rainbow of the Heartland third quarter. Again, make sure to visit their website. They've got some great specials going on right now, especially if you let them know that you heard about them here on Centennial Digital. So some great stuff there right now, and they've got some incredible sets. The kids love them. Great gift for something to use your tax return dollars for. If you're looking for something to do, and that'll be ready to go here in the spring. T-shirts getting thrown out here at Centennial. As the team's getting ready here, you see Coach DeYoung, Coach Runchie, his longtime assistant, as they discuss things there with their team. Back in action here, Valley with Elin Litt. Done a nice job running the show for them here tonight. Jaguars, though, kept it pretty comfortable here in the third quarter so far. Still leading by double digits. And they are going to get Maya Crawford for a foul quite a ways away from the basket there. Again, the pink tonight is in honor of the Coaches versus Cancer charity. A bunch of the players said who they're playing for tonight, and fifth grader Harper Stribe. The front of a lot of their minds right now as Harper continues her treatments and has battled so courageously right now. Watching the game, no doubt, here tonight. And one of those players playing for her, Kennedy White, grabs the rebound away, and she's fouled. They're going to get Cooley for that one, the 5'9" senior forward. Crawford running some point right now. Gets it ahead to Porter. Back to Crawford. Going to let her run the offense. Up top they go. Blackmore. Back to Crawford. Porter. Martin. Jaguars love that weave. Back to Crawford. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball tipped away. Martin, they missed White down low. 5 seconds to go. Martin throws it up and can't get it to fall. Crawford tries to keep it alive. She can't. And then Martin, just once again, poor Ava Martin, just been kind of in the wrong spot at the wrong time several times here tonight. That is the fourth foul on Centennial in the second half. Under 3 minutes to play. Litt with a basketball, throws it in. Loki for three, good. Now Crawford with a down to an 8-point lead. We expected this one to be close. Defensive battle here tonight. Timeout for Centennial. It'll be a full timeout. We will take one as well and be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market.
Welcome back to the Rainbow of the Heartland third quarter. With 2:21 to go. Jaguars by 8 have not been able to get that lead any bigger than 12. Valley has not been able to get it much closer than 8. Jags led by 10 at halftime. And McKenna Clark's got it right now with 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. Pratt off the screen. Little stutter, and she's going to get fouled by Loki down there, I believe. First foul on her, fourth foul on Valley. Off the inbounds play, tipped out of bounds by Lucky once again. Clark nearly has it stolen away. Ava Martin comes away with it. Clark again, swings it around. Porter drives in, kicks out. Pratt now goes up with a shot. She traveled with the basketball first. She ran in to the lane into Elise Yeager, and Yeager stood her ground, and there was just nowhere to go for Jaden Pratt. She ended up bouncing backwards and traveled with the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Lucky with the basketball. swing around, three-point shot for her once again, no good, high, and it goes out of bounds over the top of the backboard. And the Jags go back into action here with 1:33 to go. Clark. Swinging around, Martin looks around. They want to get it down low to White, but just not a whole lot of movement down there right now. A lot of contact, just not a ton of movement. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. They get the ball back to Pratt. Pratt, good defense down there by Lucky. They swing it around, 7 seconds. Porter drives in the lane, fadeaway shot off the rim, no good. Minute left to go in the third quarter. Again, our clock is close, but not exactly accurate. So nothing official about the clock that you see on the screen, but gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on the court. Contact down low as Yeager hits the deck. Litt decides not to use the screen. They swing it. Oh, nice set play. Yeager for three, no good. And Pratt way up in the air to get the rebound. Kicks it out, and they throw it away. So with 28 seconds to go, Jags had the opportunity to hold for one. As Crawford checks back into the game with our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Litt not getting counted. Ava Martin. No reason to get that close to her right now. 10 seconds to go. Litt goes all the way in. A moving screen on Valley. Moving screen going to be whistled on Reese Cooley. So now with 6.7 seconds to go, the Jaguars will indeed get the last shot of the third quarter. Clark's got it. Pushes up the court. Clark all the way in, gets herself a great look. Good at the horn for McKenna Clark. Extends the lead back to 10. We'll be back with a fourth quarter right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Whiter Realtors, the 515 Agency. Springer Floor Care. Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Ted Sandine Photography. U.S. Cellular. Made in the Shade, Blinds and More. The Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson. And Fiscus Jewelers.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Doki Lucci Law. And welcome back to the fourth quarter, here brought to you by Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill. Was just there for lunch day, some great lunch specials right now, wraps. Big fan of the tacos they've got right now as well. And we've started the fourth quarter. It's number 4 Valley, number 7 Centennial. And alley-oop down low they go to Pratt, and she has it stolen away by Spain. Good looking design right away, but the second Pratt took it down. Spain was right there to take it away. Lucky for three, no good. And on the rebound, a battle between Kennedy White and Elise Yeager, and they're going to whistle Kennedy White for the foul. That's 4 on her. As they lob this one in, as we approach the 7.5-minute mark of the game, Spain kicks it out. Valley just scored 6 points in the third quarter. And that breaks that spell. Is up off the glass and good as Elise Yeager. Back to an 8-point lead. Porter tiptoes the sideline to keep it in. Kicks it back out to Clark. Crawford, who was quiet in the third quarter, kicks it over and then stolen away, and then she goes down on the ground to get it. We've got a jump ball and alternating possession. We'll give it back to the Tigers. Lit, now under 7 to go. Swings it around. Looking for a back screen there. Good defense. They get a mismatch down low, but not able to get it down there. And three-pointer on the way. Lit, no good. Valley struggled from 3 tonight. Jags just haven't shot a lot of them. As McKenna Clark gets a hand on that one, and out of bounds it goes. 33 seconds on the shot clock, so not an issue right now. And then stolen away nearly by Avery Porter on the inbounds. Tough to keep up with the camera when it's right in front of you. As they get it in, Valley now looking to push a little bit. Lucky into the lane, kicks it back out there to Spain. She goes in, nice defense there by Crawford once again. Little miscommunication and a long three-point shot's no good, tipped away, and then Pratt comes out of there with a rebound. Again, don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game is. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law, 515-964-8777, or online at ankenylaw.com. And a player control foul. Whistled on Pratt. They said she extended her arm. And Valley trying to cut into that 8-point lead as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third. Up top they go, Yeager. Spain all the way in, right there, good defense by Blackmore. Porter. As they swing it around, Jags now haven't scored for a while either. We expected a low-scoring game tonight. Blackmore into the lane, kicks it back out to Crawford. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And up with a shot. McKenna Clark gets it to fall. They got the shot clock down to 10, and then Clark from the left side gets it back to a 10-point lead for the Jaguars. Into the lane, up with a shot, no good, but Avery Porter swatted at the basketball, and she's going to get whistled for the foul. We want to be sure to thank everybody watching here tonight on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. This has been a service of Centennial Digital and the Central Iowa Sports Network, bringing you all the home Centennial athletic events throughout the year. Lit drains the first free throw. Andy Pollock here with you tonight. As always on Centennial Digital, we've got a wrestling meet coming your way. Senior night against Dowling on Thursday night, and then a boys basketball only action on Friday night against Burke High School out of Nebraska. Just one game there. Jags will take their time here. They swing it out. Clark lets loose a three, doesn't get it to fall. Who else? Maya Crawford there, and it's reached in, and she's fouled by Yeager. And that is the 6th team foul, so not quite 1-1 for the Jaguars. Not quite, they were close. The 4th on Yeager. Ava Martin checks back into the game. Madison Brown also back into the game for the Tigers, a starter back off the bench. Under 5 to go here as they get it into Crawford, and she goes up with a shot and is fouled. I think they're going to get Ketcher. No, they do not. They get Brown. Second on Brown, and that'll be 2 shots for Crawford. And hits them both. Double digits for Centennial once again. 4:50 to go in this one. Jags have really controlled it since about midway through the second quarter. Still waiting for Valley to make a run, but that Centennial defense has been outstanding. Ball nearly taken away by Clark. Driving up with a shot, no good, but having a couple shots at the free throw line will be Bryn Ketcher. Clark just whistled for her first foul. And Valley will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Ketcher, nothing but the bottom of the net. And gets them both. Back to single digits once again. Clark. All the way in, no one picks her up. The layup is good for McKenna Clark. Way ahead, Valley try to keep it in, and Clark comes down and messes up the flow once again. Chance for Valley on the run out. Into the lane, up with a shot, no good. Again, battles through contact, and out of there with the rebounds, Porter. Porter pushes it ahead, does a nice job to get ahead to Martin, and then Martin is out of bounds when she touched the basketball. Had a few players standing out of bounds. Coach DeYoung loves the effort. Just couldn't quite execute there. Down low they go. Nice pass, interior passing there to Brown. She doesn't take the shot, though. Into the lane, up with a shot through contact, and McKenna Clark didn't have any fouls until about a minute ago, and now she's got two. And Kennedy White set to come back in our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Ketcher goes to the free throw line for Valley. And hits it. Valley trying to climb back into the game at the free throw line. Another great crowd here tonight on the north side, especially for a Tuesday night coming off a long break. First day of the new semester today. Welcome back, Centennial students, after a little break. And hits them both back to a 9-point lead. Clark to Crawford. Crawford up top, Porter. Jags taking their time here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Down low they go. Crawford, those long arms, goes up and gets it. Can't quite get it to fall. It's tipped out of bounds. It is going to stay with Centennial with just 10 seconds on the shot clock. Porter to trigger. Jags filling up the lane once again. They go into Kennedy White. Back up top to Crawford. 4 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to shoot it. Crawford lets loose one, and it's blocked. And that is a shot clock violation. Jags just took a little extra time. Crawford a little dinged up on her left ankle there after the shot. She was stuck in a tough situation to let that one loose as the shot clock expired. Really one of the very few times we've seen that come into play this year. As they swing it around. Up top, Valley. This is Lit. Into the lane. Lucky has 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ketcher, they swing it around. Lit, gonna let loose a long three. It's blocked out of there, and that's another shot clock violation. So teams trade shot clock violations, which you don't expect to see in a 9-point game. Jags get it in. McKenna Clark. They get ahead. Crawford now. Got cameras all over the place tonight as Mediacom is filming this game to stream, I believe, tomorrow, that they will stream the game. So if you want to watch that later on, if you happen to have Mediacom. BJ Shaban, Laura Leonard just down courtside. Always good to see those. You know it's a big game when Mediacom shows up. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kennedy White kicks it out. Porter, kick it out. White blocked. And are we going to have a third in a row? Our third shot clock violation. Definitely, though, advantage Centennial as they lead by 9. Minute 55 to go. Centennial fans asking for defense, trying to pull the upset tonight. Litt lets loose a one. Can't get it to fall, and Pratt had the rebound, and then it's tipped away, and it will stay with Valley. Our camera operator doesn't agree with that call. And on the inbounds play, they hand off to Litt once again. 30 seconds on the shot clock. They kick it back out. Litt, hands off. Catcher might have got away with a travel. Ball's on the floor, and right now it's Lucky with the basketball, and then nearly stolen away again by Crawford. Tips it away, and now Valley going to have to reset their offense from 40 feet away. Centennial trying to pull off the upset. Can they do it? Valley won this game 44-40 about 5.5 weeks ago. Into the lane and traveling with it is catcher. Man, Centennial's defense, they have given up 13 points in the second half. Clark, they want to think about a timeout if they get too much here. Clark will push it up, no problem there. Porter now with the basketball. 1 minute to go in regulation. Oh, Clark nearly has it stolen away, and they are going to say over and back. Valley did a good job just kind of pushing their defense back. It forced the Centennial offense back towards half court. Valley needs to get moving here. 50 seconds to go in this one. Shot clock really doesn't matter anymore. Let loose of a three, no good. It's long. They've just struggled from three tonight. And then up with a shot, and that's one way to do it. Elise Yeager puts it down, and she'll have a chance to get three the old-fashioned way, as they say. And timeout for Centennial. Wait to see. It is a full timeout. We will take a timeout as well and be back. Right after this, this is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to action here in the fourth quarter, the Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill fourth quarter, where you can go after the game to celebrate, but be sure to stop by for lunch as well. At the free throw line for the Tigers, trying to complete the three-point play is Elise Yeager. It's one way to get back in the game right now. It's been Centennial flirting with that double-digit lead the entire fourth quarter. misses her free throw. Pratt gets the rebound. They kick it out to Clark, and they're all over her. She gets fouled by Yeager, and now Clark will have a chance at the free throw line. 37 seconds to go. Clark going to try to extend it. Well, we expected a low-scoring game tonight. That's going to be 5 fouls on Elise Yeager. We expected a low-scoring game tonight, and we certainly got it. As Clark gets that one to fall. McKenna Clark's been really, really good tonight. Her senior leadership out on the floor has been outstanding. Great defense as well. In fact, she didn't even, with several steals, she didn't have any fouls until very late in the ball game, and then got 2 quick ones. But great game tonight from the senior. As that one rims out. Jags by 8. Catcher, spin move into the lane, up with a shot, good. Gets it to fall, and Valley takes a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. Game reset right now. There's 29.3 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock doesn't matter at all. The Tigers are in the double bonus right now. The Jaguars in the bonus, so a lot of free throws potentially shot here in this one as the game goes on. We talked in the pregame show that we expected a low-scoring game tonight, and that's exactly what we've got. 2 of the top defensive teams in the state. Valley ranked number 4, Centennial ranked number 7. As you see, Coach DeYoung giving some last-second instructions to his ladies. Possession arrow is with the Jaguars. Valley going to set up the full-court press. Jaguars out there with Pratt, Crawford, Clark, Porter, and White, their starters. As they get it in and tipped away. Good defense down there by Lucky. And now Pratt going to be stuck down there in the corner. Only one place she can throw it in, and she throws it ahead and ticked out of there and stolen away. Lit now with the basketball. Clock ticking down. Lucky drives in, and she loses the basketball out of bounds to the Jaguars. So a break there for the Jags as Valley nearly able to close this up to a 4-point game. Pratt throws it in to Crawford. Crawford has it, and there's going to be a jump ball whistle. That ball will go with the Jaguars. 17.3 seconds to go. And now Centennial once again stuck in the corner. Way back in the corner for Jaden Pratt. As far away from us as you can possibly be. They get it in. There's Crawford open. Should be able to dribble some time out, and then a foul whistled there on Lucky. And Maya Crawford will have a chance to pretty much put this one away at the free throw line. Jags looking to close up the upset here tonight. Don't forget to stick around. About 15 minutes after this one's over, we will have an outstanding boys game tonight between a couple top 5 teams, the Jags and the Tigers. 10 seconds to go in this one, and Pratt nearly takes it away, and she tips it away once again and actually runs into her brother as she goes down out of bounds. Getting ready to go in the boys game, Easton Pratt. And now 7 seconds to go. Just don't foul at this stage. They get it in, thrown into the backcourt. Clark goes down, and she gets the basketball, and it's tipped out of bounds. And tough on a timer on something like that. We've got 6.1 seconds to go in the basketball game. Bodies all over the place, and Kennedy White checking back in one more time for our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Gives them some height to throw the ball into. Ava Martin checks out. They get it into Crawford, and she will dribble it out. Jaguars pull the upset here tonight, 40-34. So the Jaguars come away with a win here tonight. We're going to gather some of our thoughts and be back with a post-game show right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Welcome back to the postgame show here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tires. You see the pink of the Centennial Jaguars coming onto the court right now. Our boys game will tip off in just about 15 minutes. Centennial girls tonight victorious. Number 4, Valley falls to the Centennial girls 40-34. We want to be sure to thank the Prairie Trail Sports Complex for bringing you this game here tonight. Be sure to check them out at prairietrailsc.com. It is time now to name our Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Player of the Game. And tonight we're going to go with sophomore guard Finley Blackmore. Blackmore came off the bench, played a lot of minutes tonight, probably more minutes than she's played in any game so far this year. And she was very good off the bench with some foul trouble, and was fun to watch here tonight. Again, the Jaguars 40-34, they win this one. And we will be back with the boys game here in about 15 minutes. Thanks for watching here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade Blinds and More, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Fiscus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade, Blinds and More, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny,
Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. And Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Fiscus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club. Good evening and welcome back to Centennial Digital on the Central Iowa Sports Network, driven by Freedom Tire. And what a second half of a doubleheader we've got here in store tonight. The number 4 Valley Tigers are in town to take on your number 5 Centennial Jaguars. This should be a good one. The Jaguars were able to win this one in a close one back on December 9th. So they will look to sweep Valley on the season. Tonight and always, our pregame show is brought to you by Sinorama Ankeny. Sinorama Ankeny is your full-service sign and graphics company. We design, produce, and install all types of exterior and interior signs, graphics for vehicles, including vehicle wraps, walls, windows, and doors. We also do banners, yard signs, business cards, real estate signs, trade show and exhibit displays, flags, and more. Call us at 515-216-1240 or visit www.sinorama-ankeny.com. Both teams come in tonight's game at 8-3, and again, Valley ranked number 4 on the season, and Centennial ranked number 5. The leading scorer for Valley coming in is a sophomore, and you may recognize his name, Curtis Stinson. Yes, that Curtis Stinson, the son of that Curtis Stinson, and he comes into the game one of the top recruits in the state in his class. Again, a sophomore is the young Stinson. He averages just under 15 points a game, shoots nearly 30% from 3 and 42% from the field. We will be back with our starting lineup shortly, but first we want to be sure and thank Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, for presenting our girls and boys basketball coverage all season. Matt Pazusta and Ryan Hoover were recently recognized with a Community Investment Award from the Ankeny Economic Development Corporation. Look forward to helping you buy or sell your next home. We'll be back right after this. Starting lineups in tonight's games are brought to you by 72 Degrees. 72 Degrees, the comfort company. And we got a little hype video right now for the Jaguars showing on the screen. And the next voice you'll hear will be of public address announcer Rodney Tomlinson. And there you have it, our starting lineups here tonight. Our first quarter is brought to you by the All-Star Concrete Team, specializing in your commercial and street paving needs as we get set to go here tonight on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Out on the court for Valley to start things off, Kiki Deng, Zay Robinson, Trevion Carson, Curtis Stinson, and Trevin Urich out there for Centennial to get things rolling here tonight. Looks like we've got Schurz is out there, along with Chase Shuddy, Evan Bryan, Nick Baskey, and Luke Winkle. Valley out there with Trevin Urich. He is a tall drink of water out there at 6'8", but Shuddy does win the tip-off for the Jaguars, and we are in action here tonight. Shuddy with the basketball right now. Hands off to the Jags' leading scorer, Winkle. Stinson steals it away. Goes all the way down, lays it up off the glass and in, and a quick two for the sophomore, Curtis Stinson. Valley with a little zone look. Head coach B.J. Windhorst. Into the lane, Winkle swings it out. Schurz for three. Good. And that's a good sign. When the Jags shoot the three well, the game usually goes well, and that's our three-point shot tonight. It's a good time to tell you about the Ankeny Real Estate Group. Visit their website at www.liveankeny.com to find out 3 ways to sell your home with them. And we're almost a minute into this one. Urich spins in, kicks it out over here to Carson. He lets loose of a three-point shot, no good, and Schurz comes away with it. Ahead he goes to Vaskey. Vaskey thought about the three, throws it all the way over to Schurz. Now Shuddy and Bryan. Bryan picks it up, throws it down low, and tipped out of there by Stinson, but they get it back. Vaskey into the lane, hands it to Winkle. The floater in the lane, no good, and the rebound pulled out of there by Zay Robinson. Cyclones over Texas by 1 at the halftime break. Whew. Be a fun upset if Iowa State were able to pull that one off tonight. It's number 4 versus number 5 here, though, as Stinson goes in and gets his 3rd and 4th point of the night. A couple layups for the sophomore. He can get to the basket, no doubt. Luke Winkle now with the ball. Hands it off. Schurz thought about the three. Lets it loose from the free throw line. No good. Rebound, though, back to Schurz. Kicks it out. Winkle in the corner for 3. Good! Another Ankeny Real Estate Group three-pointer. Jags 2 for 2 from distance early on. Urich with the basketball. They tried to get it down low to Stinson, but good defense. Now they go to Robinson. Robinson backs in, creates some separation, and ties it up in the lane. Luke Winkle. Now with a little adjustment, Valley now playing man. Winkle against the trap. Oh, they had Urich out of the lane, but couldn't take advantage of it. Bryan goes in, kicks it out. Winkle lets loose a three once again. Can't hit it, and Bryan tracks down the rebound. He's going to shoot a three and hit it. The Jags have 3 3-pointers early on. This one coming from Evan Bryan. Boy, nice scoring pace for this one to get started. Stinson with the basketball. Kicks it over to Trevion Carson. And down low they go to Urich. Urich backing in on Shuddy. A lot of body. Shuddy keeps him out of the lane. Under 10 on the shot clock. Now to 5. Into the lane. Carson up with a shot. Hangs in the air forever and gets it to fall. Excuse me, that was Zay Robinson. Up in the air a long ways. Jags by a point. Evan Bryan with the basketball. Into the lane he goes. Kicks it back out. Long three from Schurz, and he can't get that to fall. And up high in the air is Zay Robinson once again. Halfway through the first quarter. Valley pushes it ahead. Urich backs in on Shuddy. Spin move blocked out of there by Shuddy. And the official from the other half of the court says Shuddy got him in the head. The block itself was clean, but he got a piece of his nose. First foul on Shuddy. First stoppage of play here in the game. Urich. Valley has a substitution. They're going to bring in Kyle Kaysen. And for Centennial, Connor Welsh comes into the game. 6'2" junior guard with our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Urich in a tie game. Uses every bit of the rim possible and gets it to fall and gives the lead back to Valley. Now the Tigers with a little full court trap. Welsh. Winkle attacks that trap, takes it all the way in. Good ball handling, kicks it down to the corner. 3-point shot on the way from Baskey is good. Jaguars on fire from three early on. Torrid pace here in this one. Robinson with a basketball for Valley. Into the lane he goes, up again with a shot once again. Can't get the rebound there as Bryan pulls it down. Winkle goes up with a shot and can't get it to fall, but Shuddy up with a shot, up with a rebound, takes the shot. Can't get it to fall, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot two. See if these teams can continue this pace right now because they are flying up and down the court. It's been a fun start to this one. Shuddy can't get the first one to fall. Chuck Epperly checks into the game for the Tigers. And Shuddy gets a second one to fall, and it's a 3-point lead for the home team. They throw it in, that's Epperly. Hands it off to Kaysen. Working on Winkle, hands it off. Then into the lane, that's Carson. Carson, man, Valley slices to the lane. All layups for the Tigers. They're getting it done the easy way. A little harder for the Jags from three. Winkle kicks it out. Shuddy back out to Winkle. Winkle lets loose a three. Good! Wow! Boy, the last couple of times we've seen the Jags, they have been ice cold from three, and look at them tonight. And they get a stop back the other way, Evan Bryan. Everybody wants the basketball right now. Welsh swings it over to Shuddy. Shuddy brings Urich out of the lane quite a bit. Good three-point shooter. Winkle thinking about the three. Kicks it out down here. Vaskey for three. Oh, in and out. As we approach the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Stinson with the basketball. Swings it around. A lot of movement there for Valley. They get Urich isolated down low. The spin move, Shuddy. A lot of contact, but Urich gets it to fall through. The Jags just don't have the height to compete with Urich down there. And it's 16-14. A lot of offense in this one early on. Vaskey into the lane, kicks it out, and out of bounds over there, and the ball will go back to the Tigers. Fun start to this one. Part of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Drew Schurz back in the game for Centennial. He'll give Vaskey his first break of the night. Jack Kirby into the game for Valley as well. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Epperly with the basketball. They give it up, nearly taken away. That's Owen Westmeyer in the game. Then Robinson goes up with a shot, can't get it to fall. Westmeyer right there, he can't get it to fall. Rips it away again, and Trevion Carson gets it. Throws it to Westmeyer, and it's tipped out of there. Down low by Schwerz. And back the other way go the Jaguars, leading by 2. Winkle all the way in, up with a shot. It's blocked, but a foul out on the floor. Going to be whistled on Trevion Carson. I want to be sure to thank U.S. Cellular for providing our equipment here tonight, as always. They do an outstanding job for us. Ball, including coming through at the last minute earlier this afternoon with some issues, thanks to the U.S. Cellular crew. Stinson all the way in, gets it tipped away from him by Winkle. It goes out of bounds and will stay with the Tigers. Stinson to trigger from down low. Sends his guys in a circle there. They kick it out to Carson. Carson drives all the way in, up with a shot, and good. Ties it up. Man, Valley so good around the basket. You can tell Coach Fontana a little frustrated with how easy they've been able to get to the basket here early on. Winkle swings it over to Schwerz. Back out top to Winkle. Just inside the free throw line, rims out, no good, and Westmeyer comes away with the rebound. Coach Windhorst wants to hold for 1, and Stinson sees him holding it up, and with 15 seconds, Valley will try to take the last shot and the lead here in this first quarter. Carson with up top, hands off to Stinson. Stinson off some contact, throws it to Westmeyer all the way in, and at the horn he misses the layup. You can tell Coach Fontana not happy with the open look, and Westmeyer, I don't think he expected to be as wide open as well. Tied up at 16 at the end of 1, right back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market.
Welcome back to the West 40 Market second quarter. West 40 Market is your one-stop shop for individual cuts of Iowa-raised beef, pork, chicken, bison, turkey, and lamb. From ground meats, steaks, and beef snack sticks to brisket and roast, you'll love the variety of cuts they offer. Located at 315 Southwest Maple in Uptown Ankeny, they also carry a variety of local honey, rubs, jams, and sauces. Shop in-store or online for convenient pickup, delivery, or shipping nationwide. Follow them on Facebook or on Instagram at West 40 Market. As we get ready to go here in the second quarter, tie ball game between number 4 Valley and number 5 Centennial. Fun start to this one. Fast-moving first quarter as well. Only 3 fouls whistled between the two teams. Good crowd on the pink out night for Coaches versus Cancer. Urick back in the game. Nearly has it taken away. Creates some numbers as they lose track of Stinson, and he drains a 3. Everybody collapsed in on Urick. Winkle takes the ball out of bounds, has to get it into Shuddy, and as good a ball handler as Chase Shuddy is, I don't think they want him bringing the ball up the court right now. Winkle with the basketball down to the corner into the trap, swings it around, throws it away, and tracking it down is Shuddy, but it is going to be over and back. And a quick turnover sends the ball back to the Jags. Excuse me, to the Tigers. Stinson now with the basketball. Jags look to be in a little zone look now. They swing it over. That is Kiki Deng. And down low they go, Urick. And Valley has opened up their biggest lead of the night. Winkle now with the ball. Shuddy back up top. Back to Winkle. Off the screen, Shuddy swings it ahead. Kiki Deng comes away with it. Look out. Deng loses it at the very end, and it's tipped away, and Schurz takes it away. I think Deng was thinking dunk. Now they get it down to the corner. Vasky goes up and lays it in. Tables turned on that one pretty quick. They get it ahead, Deng. Now to Stinson. Back to Deng, to Urich. Way across the court over there to Zay Robinson. Kick it out. He lets loose for three and hits it. So Valley now starting to heat up from three. Winkle with the Jaguars down by 6. Goes in, the floater in the lane, no good. Rebound comes out of there. Urich tracks it down. 1-on-3. He passes it off to Robinson. Robinson up with a shot and lays it in, and Coach Fontana wants a 30-second timeout. Valley running the floor right now, and as easy as it was for Valley to get to the rim here early on, now they've started to hit a couple three-point shots, and that's made things very difficult. Don't forget to stick around after the game tonight to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game is, your local attorneys, and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law, 515-964-8777, or online at ankenylaw.com. Also at halftime today, we will have the winning coach from the first game, Coach Scott DeYoung, after their win over Valley. I suppose you call it an upset right now, but really there's no results of really any girls' games in the CIML that surprised anybody, although Johnston is 13-0. They've won it in some close games, but they still remain 13-0 right now. 5:46 to go in the first half, and Valley now has opened up an 8-point lead. They get it into Schurz. Schurz ahead to Winkle. Now the Jags have numbers. They get it ahead. Vasky in on Urich, swings it over. 3-point shot for Shuddy on the way. Good. And they stay hot. Their math class may have to figure out some pretty high percentages tomorrow of 3-point shooting. Deng with the basketball. Hands off there to Robinson. Swings it around up top to Carson. Back to Deng. Stinson thought about the three. Now Deng's going to cut loose on a three, and he drains it. Boy, I don't know if these rims got expanded the night before the game or what, but these teams are not missing anything. No look pass down low to Bryant. He traveled to the basketball. Just a little stumble right there by Evan Bryant. The official right there to make the call. And a turnover sends it back over to Valley. Connor Welsh back into the game with our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Stinson walks the ball up the court. Down to the corner they go. Robinson. And down low to Urich. And boy, just don't have any height on the floor right now to deal with Urich. And Valley's opened up a 10-point lead. Winkle. Up top. Vasky. Into the lane. And I believe they're going to call Urich for the foul. No, they're not. They're going to call it on Kiki Deng, and Urich looks like he might have taken a knee to the chest. And the towel, the ball got wet. Vasky will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. After the foul on Deng. Vasky, true touch there at the line. Gets it back down to single digits. 4:25 to go in this one. If you could stick around for a halftime show and they say no basket. Someone got in the lane early. I didn't see who, but. And now Valley against some pressure from the Jaguars. They get it ahead, Carson. And Deng loses it out of bounds. Quick turnover back to the Jags. Schur set to check in once again. Another Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Evan Bryan will have a seat on the bench. And Winkle will walk the ball up the court. Down to the corner, this is Winkle. Winkle lets loose a quick three. Good again. They keep falling, and they've got it back down to a 6-point lead halfway through the second quarter. The three-point shots just keep falling for the Jaguars. Up top they grow, Urich. And it's a good thing, too, because Valley keeps getting to the rim. Stinson. Back to Urich. Draws that defense out. Stinson lets loose a three. He hits it. This is just nuts. Just crazy. Way ahead they go. Welsh swings it over. Another open three-point look. Baskey can't hit it this time. Maybe they've cooled off a little bit. Zay Robinson brings it back up. Right after the Jags had it by 9, Stinson hits a three, and now he goes in and is fouled away from the basket. Only the third team foul on the Jaguars. That's on Connor Welsh. Actually, just a second team foul whistled on Centennial. May not be a bad idea to use some of those, try to keep Valley away from the basket. Stinson to trigger, Valley running their circle inbounds play. And that's 5-second call. Jags had that one scouted out very well. And a turnover will give it back to the white and black. Jaguars the home team tonight in their white uniforms. Valley in that charcoal gray trimmed in black and orange. Winkle now with the basketball for the Jaguars. Spins into the lane, kicks out. Schur's a long three-point shot. Oh. Wow, another Ankeny Real Estate Group three-point shot for the Jaguars. Just on fire tonight. Back to a 6-point lead for Valley. Stinson with the basketball. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Stinson, three-point shot on the way. So smooth and so good. And it's back to a 9-point lead for the Tigers. Jags going to have to keep up offensively. Winkle kicks it out. Shuddy thought about the three. Back out to Winkle. Shuddy again. Welsh with the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Long three from Schurz. A crazy night of three-point shooting between these two teams in the first half. This is unreal. I'm not sure I've seen anything like this in a high school game. Valley with the basketball right now. It's Kason into Stinson. Stinson up with a shot. Can't get it to fall. Urich right there, though. The offensive glass and the putback. And timeout called for by Valley. The three-point shots in this game is crazy. Not only the percentage that they're shooting at, but the fact that they just keep making all of them. This is nuts. What a night of shooting, and Drew Schurz has been great. Baskey, hey, everybody. Luke Winkle's had a couple. It's just nuts right now. And then on the other end, Curtis Stinson for Valley keeps draining them as well. Kiki Deng's got one. Just a crazy night of shooting so far, and that's why we've got a pretty high-scoring first half. Tough to keep up here as the play-by-play guy. 1:41 to go here in the second quarter. We come back out, it'll be Jaguars basketball. They just can't get a stop right now. Valley just getting to the basket over and over again. Winkle with the basketball for the Jags. Jags just a little late recognizing they had Urich way out of the lane. Bryan back to Winkle. Back out Bryan, long three on the way, no good, and Shuddy there battling for the board. Kicks it out, Winkle for three, no good. Missed a lot of that one. And now Stinson pushes it ahead. Robinson now with a basketball for Valley as we approach the 1 minute mark of the first half. Backdoor cut to Stinson, reverse layup. Winkle might have got a piece of it on the help defense. Bryan slices to the lane, up with a shot and good. Nice move by Evan Bryan as they drew Urich out of the lane and back down to a 6-point lead once again. 14-second differential in the shot clock and game clock. Jags need a stop. 3-point shot on the way from Carson. No good. Jags will be able to hold for one if they want. 30 seconds to go. Winkle. Yep, there we go. They were trying to get his attention to pull it out and hold for one. Winkle now. Our clock is not official. It's close, but it's not the official clock they'll go by. Winkle kicks it out. Schurz. Fadeaway three. No good. Winkle at the horn. Can't get it to fall. A little bit strong for Winkle. And that'll be the end of the first half. It is Valley leading Centennial in a high-scoring first half, 39-33. We'll be back with Coach Scott DeYoung on the Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show right after this.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Whiter Realtors, the 515 Agency. Springer Floor Care. Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Ted Sandine Photography. U.S. Cellular. Made in the Shade, Blinds and More. The Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson. And Fiscus Jewelers.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Welcome back to the Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show. For over 120 years, Lincoln Savings Bank has been loving the people we work with and the customers we serve. With locations all over Iowa, LSB offers commercial and retail banking, mortgage, insurance, and wealth management, along with an award-winning small business lending team. Proud to be part of the Ankeny community for over 10 years. Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. And I'm here at the halftime break with Centennial girls coach Scott DeYoung. And coach, tonight I mentioned the pregame show that it was likely to be a low-scoring affair. Your defense in the second half was outstanding, a 40-34 win over Valley.
Well, I thought well, first of all, it's our Coaches versus Cancer night. Harper Stribe I saw come in at the beginning.
She was
here.
Awesome. Okay.
Our kids went over there. I just wanted to mention that.
She's usually watching. I know that.
I know. So a remarkable young lady, remarkable family, and gives us some inspiration. But I thought the first half we played really, really well. Offensively, we played well. Kennedy, had a tough night with foul trouble, but we had other kids step up, and so I thought that last part of the second quarter was huge. We were tired, and you could tell it on the offensive end, but we didn't blink on the defensive end, and that was probably the difference.
You mentioned Kennedy White with her foul trouble, and I put that down too. I thought you got some really good minutes, maybe not on the scorebook, but Finley Blackmore off the bench tonight I thought gave you some very good minutes.
Tilly's played really good for us, and we went with with Finley, and then Ava's been injured, Ava Martin, and Ava Martin was plus 11 in her 5.5 minutes in the first half, and most of that was in the second quarter, so gave us a huge lift. And as you know, that's why they call the team, right? Kids have to step up. So Valley's got a great team. They're tough, they're physical, they're well coached, they're well drilled, and you know, to beat them feels really good.
Every game, I feel like I'm talking more and more about Maya Crawford. I mean, the stuff she does, not just with the basketball, but away from the basketball, she has really become a fun player to watch.
Well, I know you'd appreciate it. You don't see it in the box score, right? But, you know, she was up about 5 rows in the bleachers, saving one that everybody gave up on, and then she gets a steal, and just the intangibles she brings is just incredible. She's such a fun kid. We're just elated to have her.
Her and Jaden Pratt, I keep saying, I wonder, I'm kind of curious, do they ever have any spats in practice? They look like they get along just fine, but those are two of the most competitive kids that I've ever met.
We had them both for 10 rebounds, you know. They're just aggressive players, and they're competitors, so it's a good duo, and they're only 10th graders.
Another note had in my notes tonight, I thought McKenna Clark, just the poise and leadership she had, hit some big shots, played outstanding defense as well, as do all the ladies, but she didn't get a foul until like 5 minutes left in the game, and she had a couple steals before that.
Well, McKenna's defense has really improved. She was not known as one of our better defensive players at all last year, but she's really improved that part of her game, and the pressure that you're under against Valley for the whole 32 minutes is difficult, and the pull-up shot she had at the end of the third quarter was huge, and then I think she had another layup, made her free throws. I mean, she's playing at a really, really high level, and that's what you hope your seniors do.
So you have a chance to maybe take a little breath right now. The last 2 weeks have been a gauntlet, or close to 3 weeks now have been a gauntlet. What's the plan? No games here for a week.
Well, I just checked. Since we started practicing for break, I think we've had 22 practices. We only had 3 days off, so it's a grind. So the early games, we're able to take some days off here maybe and get a little refocused, work on our own game a little bit without worrying about an opponent coming up. And, you know, then on the weekend we'll turn our eyes to Waukee, who's playing really well. Yeah,
they are. In fact, I saw they were in a tight one at halftime with Dowling. I think Dowling pulled away a little bit more in the second half, but I didn't see the final on that one. Changing our focus here just a little bit. I don't know how much of the boys' game you've watched. Have you ever seen three-point shooting like you've seen between these two teams tonight? That's incredible.
That is incredible, yeah. I mean, the kids play so much, and they can really, you know, if you get open shots, they can knock them down. So.
All right, very good. Well, the winning coach tonight, Scott DeYoung.
Right.
Valley loses to Centennial tonight, the final 40-34, an upset, if you can call it that, I guess, right now.
Thank you very much.
So
yeah, I think so.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing our games. Appreciate it.
You bet. And we want to remind you right now, Iowa's premier indoor youth sports facility is opening this winter right here in Ankeny. The Field House at the Prairie Trail Sports Complex will be offering boys and girls basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, hit tracks, pickleball leagues, softball and baseball hitting. Visit PrairieTrailSC.com for details on tournaments, leagues, and other events for the Ankeny community. And just not much time here real quick. Won't have a chance to look around the CIML tonight. Always great visiting with Coach Scott DeYoung, but want to remind you that tonight's stream is powered by U.S. Cellular. At U.S. Cellular, we care about our customers and communities. As always, tonight we're powered by their blazing fast 5G network. In fact, all our equipment is U.S. Cellular equipment. It's located just north of Northview Middle School and right across from the Ankeny Sonic. Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. That's it for our Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show. We'll be back shortly with our second half action.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular,
Cinerama Ankeny. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. And Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency. Cinerama Ankeny. Discus Jewelers. Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. 72 Degrees, your comfort company. The New York Life Office of Josh Cowart. Rock Valley Physical Therapy. And the Iowa Rush Soccer Club. So the Jaguars spent a long time in the locker room there at halftime. We'll see what Coach Bob Fontana's adjustments mean for him in the second half as we get set to go. It's Valley by 3. Welcome back to the Rainbow of the Heartland third quarter here on Centennial Digital. Parents and grandparents, check out Rainbow of the Heartland in Grimes, the best in swing sets, basketball hoops, courts, and trampolines. They also offer commercial playgrounds and have been Iowa's playground superstore for 25 years. Call 1-800-RAINBOW or visit rainbowoftheheartland.com and make sure to tell them you heard about it on Centennial Digital. They might have some specials for you. Great time to be thinking about the spring right now. Kiki Ding nearly comes away with a steal, and they call it over and back as Vasky lost control of it on his own, they say. I thought Ding got a piece of it, but apparently not. No resistance from Coach Fontana, and the ball right away is turned over to Valley. Valley in their charcoal gray, trimmed with orange and black. Centennial tonight, they're home white, trimmed in black. Robinson can't get it, and then on the rebound, Stinson there for it. The officials come together, they're going to discuss. It could have been a couple different guys for Centennial, and they're going to call it on Vasky. This is first, and some more moisture on the floor. Had a few different times tonight that guys have been on the floor. They ask for a towel, and it looks like they get a warm-up shirt to clean up the sweat. Someone just threw a Valley warm-up shirt out on the floor, and that's what they're cleaning up the sweat with. I want to wash that one pretty good. Urich with the basketball now for Valley. Down to the corner. Ding for 3. Valley's hot shooting continues, and they're up by 9. Winkle with the basketball. Swings it around to Shuddy. Jags going to have to keep shooting hot. Stay in this one. Winkle goes up, and he's clobbered, and I think they're going to get Stinson for it. And they do. Winkle just seems to find contact wherever it is on the floor. Big thanks to Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, for being our presenting sponsor of Jaguar girls and boys basketball all season long here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. There's Winkle. Wiggles that one in and gets the second one nothing but net. Deng for Valley. Will Valley continue their hot shooting? Hand it off Stinson. They kick it out. Now that's Robinson as he sets things up for the Tigers. Around comes Carson. Good defense there by Bryan. Carson brings in Urich, the 15-foot jumper. That's smooth. 6'8" big man From about 15 feet away, drops that one through. And when you're hot tonight, and the Valley Tigers are hot. Winkle bounce pass in the lane. Bryan, fadeaway jump shot from the Y League, it looked like there for Evan Bryan. Gently sets that one in the basket. Down low they go to Urich once again. Backing in on Shuddy. Finds himself way under the basket as they kick it out to Deng. Up with a shot, no good, and up high to get the rebound is Shuddy. Gets it ahead to Bryan. Keeping a close eye on that Cyclone game. Looks to be an exciting finish up in Ames tonight as Winkle goes in the lane, gets it blocked out of there, goes out of bounds. And it did go off Winkle, but they said it hit out of bounds first. Winkle throws it into Shuddy. Back to Winkle, down to the corner. Shuddy open three, look good. They stay hot as well from three. Down to a 4-point game. Down low they get it to Urich. Then Robinson into the lane, dunks it home. No one there on the help side defense. Really, they swung it across the lane, changed all the angles, and Robinson flushed that one with authority. Back to a 6-point lead for the Tigers. Winkle into the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Once again, the Jags 3-point shot, no good there for Vasky. And they get it ahead to Deng, and he gets it to fall and is fouled. Valley just a step quicker on this one. Jags had it down to 4, and just like that, it's back up to 8 with a chance to make it 9. Boy, that horn didn't want to stop. That was a piercing horn here in the Centennial gym. Kiki Deng, a chance to make it a 9-point lead just after the Jags had it down to 4. And he does. Winkle with a basketball for the Jaguars. Takes it up, nearly has it taken away. Allows him to get his dribble back. Kick it out, Shuddy, thought about the three. Schroeder's 3-point shot on the way. Can't quite get it to fall. Way up high to get the rebound is Vasky. And they get it out to Winkle and then stolen away, and they're going to say he got pushed by Kyle Kaysen. Loose ball situation. His arm just got extended a little bit, and they whistled him for the foul. Timeout for Centennial here. A quick 30-second timeout. Centennial had it down to a 4-point lead after a 3-pointer, and then Valley comes right back. And they have been just so explosive offensively tonight, and they show why they're the number 4 ranked team in the state. Centennial checking in at number 5 right now. So it's a big game tonight. Again, the boys for the first time this year are ranking their teams by the state, and that will impact their postseason seeding. So key is to be in the top 8. If you can get in the top 4, even better. So that's why this is a big game here tonight. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Winkle going to set things up with a fresh set of 35 seconds on the shot clock. Into the lane, Vasky all the way around, up with a shot and good, and he's hacked. And he'll have a chance to add another one at the free throw line. Foul going to be whistled on a Kaysen. That's his third. 4 now on Valley in the third quarter already. So after a very clean first half, a quick 4 fouls on the Tigers. Joey Oakey checking into the game along with Connor Welsh for the Jaguars and our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Student section loves when Joey Oakey checks in the game. Vasky way short on that. Almost kind of looked like he almost lost the ball when he went up for the free throw. Haven't seen the ball in Stinson's hands a ton here in the third quarter, and he's got it right now. Up with a shot and good. Just a sweet kiss off the glass for Curtis Stinson. And it's back up to a 9-point lead as we approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. Foul down there whistled. Some more moisture on the court. It's pretty warm in this gym tonight. Trevion Carson is whistled for his second foul. And Dang's back in the game for Valley. And Chase Shuddy, Ryan's his dad. Chase Shuddy's gonna wipe the sweat off the floor. And Oki is quickly back out. Bryan back in the game. And a foul whistled on the inbound. It's going to get whistled on Trevion Carson again. They said he was holding Shuddy, and that's a third now on Carson. Winkle with the basketball now. Halfway point of the third quarter. Winkle backdoor cut. They go inside to Welsh, and Welsh has it taken away. He drew 4 defenders but couldn't quite get rid of it. Ahead they go to Dang. Dang up off the glass and gets it to fall, and he snuck behind everybody. And he'll have an opportunity now for a three-point play. Winkle's second. Boy, if you are slow at all getting back, Valley makes you pay. Kiki Dang steps up to the free throw line. And now a 12-point lead for the Tigers. Luke Winkle going to let loose of a three-point shot. Can't get it to fall. Carson comes away with the board. Epperly, who's back in the game. Up top to Stinson. Down low they go to Stinson now, and Winkle had his arm. The Jags were so hot shooting early on, and then now it just feels like it's tough to even get a shot off. Schurz comes back in the game. He was one of those guys that was super hot early on shooting the three. And they go to Urich. Dang on the exchange, goes up with a shot and hangs in the lane forever and gets it to fall. Valley now has extended their lead to 14. Welsh swings it out, nearly taken away. Down to the corner now to Baskey. He gets into the lane, and Dang is out of bounds there. Actually, that's Epperly. Dang was the one that knocked it away initially, and then Epperly shows a hustle trying to save it in. And they go up top. Valley really extending their defense, made it tough on the Jaguars to do much here offensively in the second half. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Welsh to Bryan. Bryan lets loose a three-point shot. No good. Doesn't fall. And Kiki Dang comes away with the rebound. Ahead they go to Stinson. Into the lane he goes. Spin move, and just so smooth right there. Fouled. Another basket goes in. And Valley flexing with some of their athleticism and some of their muscle here in the third quarter. They've extended what was a 6-point lead at the break now to 16. Luke Winkle back in the game for the Jags. Zay Robinson in the game for Valley. And he hits it. Jags just have not got many good looks here in the third quarter. Winkle down to the corner. Shuddy lets loose a three. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the board. Deng's got it. And he clears it out to Stinson. Ahead they go. That's Robinson. And he decides to pull it out. And Valley going to take some time off the clock. Stinson with the basketball. Valley just keeps extending their lead. That shot doesn't fall. And the rebound tracked down out there by Epperly. Minute and a half to go in what's been a really long third quarter for the Jaguars. As Deng goes in, he can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound, puts stuff off the glass and in. And it's now Valley by 21. And the Jaguars need a timeout. We'll take one as well. And be back right after this. It's Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market.
Boy, it has been all Valley here in this third quarter. Over a minute to go, and they've already scored 24 points here in the third quarter. They just continue to get to the basket. And Centennial, on the other hand, has only scored 9, so it's really extended this lead for Valley. Coming out of the timeout, Centennial looking at maybe a little extended break. They've got this and then the quarter break coming here in a minute 11. Baskey to take the ball out. They get it into Winkle. And now to Shuddy. Shuddy. They lob it up over the top. Scherz gets it in there. And he'll have a chance to add another one. There have been so many three-point plays tonight, along with three-pointers. And Scherz gets it to fall. A couple extra bodies here. Jack Kirby comes in for the Jaguars, and Connor Welsh as well in our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution now with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Stinson with the basketball for Valley. Here's Deng. Boy, he's had a good night for the Tigers. He's getting counted right now. Yep. Oh, they thought he was going to whistle him for a 5-second call, but Coach B.J. Windhorst wants a timeout. And that's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Valley back in action here. 40 seconds to go. Deng with the basketball, brings it in and knocked out of there by Scherz with 34 seconds to go. see what Valley elects to go with from their corner. Stinson throws in a long ways. It's caught back there. And I don't have who that is. I don't have a number 50 on my roster. So I'm not sure who that is. Doesn't matter because the layup goes in at the horn of the 35-second clock by Robinson. And it's back to a 20-point lead for the Tigers. Winkle with the basketball. Winkle. And he's going to get hip checked by Kiki Deng. Couple guys on the floor as Robinson's on the floor as well. And that'll give the Jaguars a chance to try to climb back in the game at the free throw line, as that is the 7th team foul on the Tigers. Winkle to shoot. Ball nearly taken away. Actually, it is taken away by the Jaguars. Long shot. Oh! At the horn there by Schurz. Just misses. That's the end of the third quarter, and it's Valley by 20. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Fans starting to file out here a little bit with 8 minutes to go. It is all Valley there in the third quarter. It was 39-33 at the halftime break, and if my math is correct, Valley scored 26 points there in that third quarter. And obviously points very hard to come by. Centennial, who shot so well in the first half, even getting a shot off was hard to come by as Valley extended their defense there in the second. Blew open what was a pretty close game in the first half. Trevion Carson, and they throw the ball away. Centennial now with the basketball. They tried to go backdoor. Winkle cuts back out, and then an offensive foul called on Shuddy. And he said he finished out his run through the defender on Deng. And now we come back the other way. Zay Robinson with the basketball right now for Valley. Stinson, so smooth around the basket, as one would expect given his pedigree. And a little Euro step into the lane for Stinson, and as I mentioned his name, that is just tough to stop. He's been very good tonight, showed why he is one of the most prized recruits here in this year's sophomore class. Valley by 22. Down low they go. Evan Bryan, and he gets blocked out of there by Urich. Winkle now will trigger from out of bounds. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Shuddy goes up with a shot, blocked again by Urich, and he goes out of bounds. Urich throws it off of Shuddy. Tough down there, giving up a lot of height down there. And Valley has flexed their muscles here tonight with 6.5 minutes to go. Robinson backing his way down, goes up with a shot, can't get it to fall. Right there, though, is Carson. And he puts it in. And Valley continues to extend their lead. Started off so promising the way the Jaguars were shooting tonight. Schurz up with a shot, the floater, can't get it to fall. Right there for the rebound, Welsh kicks it out. Bryan thought about the three. He tries the floater in the lane and gets it to fall. With Trevin Urich in the lane, it alters so many of those shots for the Jaguars. Stinson free throw line jump shot, way short. Evan Bryan comes away with the rebound. Down in the corner, Schurz way off on the three-point shot. And things starting to get a little sloppy right now. And a foul on a loose ball as Stinson dove, not on purpose, into the leg of Luke Winkle. And a foul going to be whistled on Stinson, and Winkle will head back to the free throw line. I think it's a player control foul there on Stinson. More bodies on the floor, more towels come out. So they say no free throws here. And Winkle will set things up for the Jags. Winkle lets loose a three, no good. Urich corrals it in. Stinson running the show for the Tigers, as he has all night. And up with a shot, once again, is good. And Kiki Dang has extended so many plays tonight with his strength and his explosiveness off the floor. And he'll have another shot at a three-point play. And Valley's lead gets even bigger. Winkle pushes it up. And stolen away. Deng looks ahead. They've got 4 on Winkle. Lobs it up in the air, and wow. The alley-oop dunk to Zay Robinson on the break. Puts a big emphasis on this one with 4.5 minutes to go. Down in the corner, three-point shot there, no good. Ball gets tipped up, no good again. And Stinson comes away with a rebound. Up with a shot again, Zay Robinson. And this one's got pretty sloppy here at the end. See if the Jags have much fight left in them. Winkle drives into the lane, fadeaway, good. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Stinson has it taken away, and it bounces off of Welsh as he's standing out of bounds. Schurz back in the game, and our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Don't forget to stick around after the game. Find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game is. Backdoor cut, tipped out of there by Oki, who's back in the game. And once again, the cut, and just Valley a step ahead all night long. Up to a 29-point lead for the Tigers with 3.5 minutes to go. And standing out of bounds is Schurz as he catches the ball. Turnover brings it back to the Tigers. Jensen comes into the game for the Jaguars. Looks like the starter's still on the floor for Valley. This is Stinson. Dang up with a shot, can't get it to fall. Tipped out of there. It's going to go back to Centennial. Jack Kirby set to come in the game as well for Centennial. Schurz. Out they go. Shuddy the long three. Good. Jags have hit a lot of those tonight in the first half, but man, the second half, it was just tough to get shots up. And timeout going to be called for by Valley. It's a full timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back. 2:22 to go in this one.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Nick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Back here with 2:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Valley has brought in some subs as well. Marcus McGregor in the game right now, along with Chuck Epperly. It's like Kyle Kaysen in the game, along with Noah Edelin. This is Kyle Kaysen with the basketball right now, and he is fouled right away. No, he's not. It's a double dribble called. Ball will go back to the Jags. Boy, it has been just an incredible second half by the Valley Tigers. Luke Winkle is off to Vasky. Vasky spin move in the lane. He's fouled. A couple more free throws. Can extend this game out a little bit more. DJ Lewis whistled for the foul. And Vasky hits it. The shot as Jensen comes out of there with a rebound, and ball's tipped out of bounds. It's going to stick with Centennial. Joey Oakey set to come in once more on the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Kirby, the spin move in the lane, can't get it, and McGregor comes away with a rebound for the Tigers. Ahead they go. Oh, nice ball movement, but they couldn't quite track it down, and Valley keeps it alive down there. That's Kaysen. McGregor with the basketball now. Back to Kaysen. McGregor. Spin move into the lane. Almost had enough English to get it to fall. He couldn't. Doesn't matter. DJ Lewis is there to finish it up, and the Jaguars are just a step short tonight. Jensen from the corner, pretty long. Rebound pulled out of there by the Tigers. That was Kaysen. He's got it right now. Drives into the lane, kicks it out. Lewis kicks it all the way out here to Noah Edelin. Long three on the way. Wow. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. I'm not even sure that was on the screen. Chuck Epperly from a long ways away. quick timeout to get some subs in for the Jaguars. Drake Dittmer checks into the game along with Isaac Runchie. So with 50 seconds to go, this is Dittmer. Dittmar, down in the corner it goes. Oki can't get the three to fall. Runchie there for the rebound, can't get it to fall. Dittmar, long ways under the basket, then pulled out of there by Marcus McGregor. Half a minute to go in this one, and it's the Tigers by 30. Jensen comes away with a steal. Down low they go, there's Runchie. Runchie up with a shot, good. Valley gets it ahead, and that'll probably do it here with 10 seconds to go. Does not appear they will take another shot, and Valley victorious in this one, 83 to 55. Time to name our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law Player of the Game. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law 515-964-8777 or online at ankanylaw.com. And tonight we'll name Drew Schurz as our LGL Law Player of the Game. Schurz hit a bunch of three-pointers early on. It's fun to watch. The Jags, man, after beating Valley the first time through, Valley flexed their muscle here tonight and won their game 83 to 55. Centennial will be back in action right here on Centennial Digital, here on the home court against Burke High School out of Nebraska on Friday night. That'll be roughly 7:45 tip-off, just one boys game that night. Our next production here on Centennial Digital will be senior night wrestling against Dowling on Thursday night. Thanks everybody tonight. Thanks to Addie and Ellie for helping me out on the stream. And thank you for watching as well. For all of us here at Centennial Digital, we'll see you on Thursday night.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Summit Family Dental, All-Star Concrete, the Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Joe Bennett Homes, Ankeny Orthodontics, Rainbow of the Heartland, and West 40 Market. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade Blinds and More, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Garage Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Sinorama Ankeny, Discus Jewelers, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the New York Life Office of Josh Cowart, Rock Valley Physical Therapy, and the Iowa Rush Soccer Club.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.